Okay, in this lesson I'm going to teach you the 5 positions of the Phrygian mode. The Phrygian mode's a minor mode built on the 3rd degree of the diatonic major scale. For all these examples we're going to be working in G Phrygian. Okay, so let's have a look at position 1 first. So this one starts on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So if I play the scale through first. Okay, so it's probably good to play a G minor chord after these so you get this kind of sound characteristic of the mode. Okay, so that's what the Phrygian sounds like. Okay, so let's have a closer look at position 1 now. So we start with the first finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and that's followed by the 2nd finger on the 4th fret, and then little finger on that 6th fret. So okay, and then on the notes on the 5th string, we've got 1st finger on the 3rd fret, followed by 3rd finger on the 5th, and little finger on the 6th, and then that pattern's repeated on the 4th string. So from the top. Okay, and then moving on to the 3rd string, we've got 2 notes. 1st finger on the 3rd fret, and then 3rd finger on the 5th fret. So just those 2. On the 2nd string and the 1st string, we've got this pattern with the 1st finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd finger on the 4th fret, and then little finger on the 6th fret. Okay, and that's repeated on the top string as well. Okay, so I'll play that through from the top. Okay, and position 1 has got root note on that 3rd fret of the 6th string, so that's the G, and that's repeated on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and on the 3rd fret of the top E string there. So those are the root notes, the G's in that scale. Okay, so let's have a look at position 2 now. So position 2 starts with the 2nd finger on the 6th fret of that 6th string. We've got 2 notes, one play with the 2nd finger and then little finger on the 8th fret. There. So. Okay, then on the 5th string, the 1st finger plays a note on the 5th fret, followed by a note on the 6th fret with the 2nd finger, and then little finger on the 8th fret, and then that pattern's repeated on the 4th string as well. So from the top. Okay, then onto the 3rd string, we've got 1st finger on the 5th fret, followed by 3rd finger on the 7th, and then little finger on the 8th. Okay, now when we get to the 2nd string, that 1st finger needs to take a shift up to that 6th fret. Then there's a note on the 8th fret with a 3rd finger, followed by a note with a little finger on the 9th fret. Okay, and then the last 2 notes, we've got 1st finger on the 6th fret of the 1st string, followed by the 3rd finger on the 8th fret. Okay, so let's go from the top of that one. And that's position 2. And position 2's got root note on that 4th string, 5th fret. We were playing with the 1st finger. And that note's repeated on the 8th fret of that 2nd string. We were playing with the 3rd finger. Okay. So those are the G's in that position. Okay, so moving on to position 3 now. So position 3 starts on the 8th fret with that 1st finger. And we got 1st finger followed by a note with a 3rd finger on the 10, and then little finger on the 11. And that pattern is repeated on the 5th string as well. So. Okay, now onto the 4th string, we've got 2 notes, 1st finger on the 8th, and then 3rd finger on the 10. Okay, so. Okay, when we get to the 3rd string, that 1st finger needs to take a step back to the 7th fret. So we've got that note on the 7th fret with the 1st finger, and that's followed by the 2nd finger on the 8th fret, and and little finger on the 10th fret. Okay, and then on the second string, that first finger moves back up to the 8th fret. Then that's followed by second finger on the 9th, then little finger on the 11th. Okay, and then last two notes on the top string, first finger on the 8th fret, and third finger on the 10th fret. Okay, so I'll play that all the way through. Okay, and that's position 3. And position 3's got root notes on the 10th fret of the 5th string. We were playing with the third finger. And then first finger on that second string, 8th fret. So those are the G root notes. Okay, so then position 4. So this one starts on the 10th fret of that 6th string with the first finger. We've got first finger, then second finger on the 11th, and little finger on the 13th. And then that pattern's repeated on the 5th string. Okay. Okay, on to the 4th string, first finger on the 10th fret, followed by third finger on the 12th, and little finger on the 13th. And then that pattern's repeated on the 3rd string. So from the top. Then we've got two notes on the 2nd string, so second finger on the 11th fret, followed by the little finger on the 13th fret. Okay, and then the last three notes on the top string, we've got first finger on the 10th fret, followed by second finger on the 11th, and then little finger on the 13th. So I'll play that one from the top. Okay, and that's position 4, and position 4's got root note on that 10th fret of the 5th string. We're playing with the first finger, and that note's repeated on that 12th fret of the 3rd string. So those are the G root notes there. Okay, and then we're on the last shape now, position 5. So this one starts with the first finger on the 13th fret of the 6th string, then followed by the third finger on the 15th fret, and a little finger on the 16th fret. So we got that. Okay, now on the 5th string we've got first finger on the 13th fret, followed by third finger on the 15th fret. It's just those two notes on that 5th string. So from the top. Okay, and then when we get to the 4th string, the first finger steps back to the 12th fret. Then we've got second finger on the 13th fret, and little finger on the 15th fret. And then that pattern's repeated on the 3rd string. So I'll go from the top again. Okay, then when we get to the 2nd string, the first finger moves back up to that 13th fret. Then we've got third finger on the 15th fret, and little finger on the 16th fret. And then that pattern's repeated on the top string as well. Okay, so let's play that all the way through. Okay, and the root notes for that position 5, we've got actually on that 15th fret of the 6th string. Okay, so we were playing that with the third finger, and that note's repeated on the 12th fret of the 3rd string and the 15th fret of the top E string there. Okay, so those are the G root notes for that shape. So those are the 5 positions. What I'll do, I'll just run through all those 5 quickly to recap. Okay, so we've got position 1 starting on the 3rd fret. Position 2 starting with the 2nd finger on the 6th fret. And position 3 starting 1st finger on the 8th fret. Position 4 starting on the 10th fret with the 1st finger. Okay, and then position 5 starting with the 1st finger on the 13th fret. Okay, so there's your 5 positions of Phrygian. Remember the movable shapes as well, so you know, you can play them in any key. So what key it is depends on what the root note is where you're playing those shapes on the neck. And remember to try and play the chord as well under the scale, so you get that kind of the quality of the sound of the mode. Okay, if you visit my website www.phillewisguitar.com, you can download a resource sheet and print it off showing you all these 5 positions, so that will help you out there. In fact, if you just click on the link in the text below this video, it'll take you straight to my site where you can actually download that. So yeah, have fun with those, and I'll see you soon.